Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Sinfonian series. I am your host, Randomize, and with me is Beard Runner, the guy you just saw last game. So welcome back. How you feeling? I mean, that was a bit of a...
Yeah, I mean,
end, right?
it's like bittersweet, I guess. Like, I really wanted to play their full team. I was looking forward to it because I worry about playing like Danny and all those guys. So
yeah, right?
it's a bummer that it went the way it did. And as much as I am happy that we moved on, I am a little sad that we had to do it that way. So
yeah, it's not the cleanest way.
yeah, but I mean, I wish them the best of luck in the lower bracket. Like, I think they can really push through and make it to the finals still.
Yeah, speaking of brackets, let's go check out the brackets right now. As you can see, and blinding your eyes, just a giant bright white screen. I apologize about that, folks. But yeah, so right now we're going to be seeing Ossian's Rage versus TEO, and then S2 versus Team 10 after this one. And then, I see your face.
My face just lit up really bright.
Sorry, guys. So, Mr. Cats will be versing Need Boost tomorrow at 9:30 after the All-Star game, which is going to be really, really awesome to see. SCG will be waiting to see who will win this game, and then we'll verse them. And then OTC will be waiting to see against S2 and Team 10 to see who they will be going up against. I'm very excited about that. And it's kind of funny how we're sitting here casting, because tomorrow our first game, our legitimate first game, is going to be you and I.
Yeah.
That's the game I've been waiting for. I literally have been saying I want to see, what's it called, Knee Boost versus Mr. Cats. I got a little demo going up against OTC, because that's our first champion player. And we took him out, so... better get ready, buddy. We're coming for you. We're coming. We're hyped.
Hey, man.
I screamed. But
Bring
yeah, while we are going to get ready for this, make sure to vote in the chat who you think is going to win tonight. Besides the players. The only people who have voted so far are the players themselves. So while we're doing this, what are we expecting to see tonight? And then who do you think is going to win?
Okay, let me pop over to my stat sheet real quick so I can make informed decisions.
Informed decisions.
Yeah.
Let's go off of what we just saw today.
Yeah, well, that's true. So, from what I've seen throughout this season, it seems like the team that meshes the best, that has like the best chemistry, has the best team awareness, knows where each other will be at any time on the field, even if they don't necessarily have like the best mechanics or anything like that. I think that would be Ossian's Rage. And I think that is reflected in their stats. I mean, they have a 68% win percentage. Whereas TEO has a 19% win percentage. And TEO could technically still be considered like a young team, like because Riley just signed on to the team fairly recently. So while they have had like a couple weeks with him to like practice up and everything, I can definitely still tell in their gameplay that they're still adjusting and still kind of figuring out what it's like to have Riley around. And as we saw today, like Riley is good in his own right. Like he had some really good plays today. But it's just like missing that team dynamic that Ossian's Rage already has, that they've had time to work up over the course of the series. So that's my thoughts on how this is going to turn out.
Who do you think is going to win?
Absolutely, Ossian's Rage. I don't know. I don't know enough about the teams. Like, I don't feel like I've watched enough of their games individually to say like how many games each team's going to win or like how close they'll be. But well, I definitely think at the end of the day, Ossian's Rage is going to take it.
Yeah, I was about to say, if you want to go off of this, I believe, if I remember properly, Mr. Cat's 3-0 TEO, and then Ossian's Rage lost 3-1.
Right,
so
yeah, so they did take a
win.
win.
See, like, yeah, they took a win. So that's something else that you can go off of the fact of. And all their games were close, though. When OR lost, their first game they lost by 1 point. Second game they lost by 1 point. Then the game that they won by 3, and then they lost by 1 point again. So they kept it close the entire time. Whereas,
Absolutely.
TEO kind of they were just hanging in there. They were getting like maybe one goal. I mean, they were also going against Mr. Cats, and Mr. Cats has been showing how aggressive they are. Whereas I feel Ossian's Rage, their gameplay is actually slow enough that I think TEO could adjust to. I know I was hearing in the background while we were taking breaks that there was a little bit of an argument going on with TEO, which I'm surprised, for a team that got a second chance to get in. I feel like if I was a team that got eliminated and then I got a second chance to get in, I'd probably just sit back and be like, let's just enjoy the playoffs. We're in. Let's just enjoy as far as we get. I wouldn't get too competitive. So to hear that there was an argument, I'm pretty surprised about that. But folks, make sure to put in the chat. It's still open at the moment. TEO or OR. Who do you think is going to win? With that, though, I am going to vote. I'm going to say OR is going to win. And I already voted. That's right. I was about to vote with RBG Esports thing.
Yeah. I'm also voting for Oregon.
Oregon. Yeah, there we go. Go Oregon.
Yeah.
And, because there's like 4 houses there and a lot of grass.
Dang, shots fired at Oregon. Any Oregon residents in the chat tonight?
Whoops. I'm
random slamming on your home state, man.
Oh well, I'm New Jersey and I was born in New York. That's how we were trained to live. But we're still not an Eagles fan though. We're still not an Eagles fan. At least we respect you at the end of the day. Eagles fans don't even respect themselves. So, with that being said, let's get this game on the road before I piss off anyone else.
Yeah.
I'm in a triggering mood.
Random's going to be getting lots of emails and Discord messages tonight.
I'm in a triggering mood. I don't know why, but I am. So here we go. TEO versus OR. I got my notes down. I'm writing down scores and everything. I'm being a good caster, man. I'm actually writing stuff. I got a pencil in my hand. I got papers.
Now Random's firing shots at me. He just said I'm a bad caster.
I didn't say
I don't write things down. I don't think it's a bad thing that I can just remember everything that happens.
Well, I'm sorry that I'm also the technical director and the guy who runs the stream.
Oh no!
And plays, and I'm not from Oregon. Man. All right, Alex had to go pee. Oh, well, I didn't mean to say that on stream. I just read the chat. Sorry. Wow.
Boy, this is going a lot later than we expected it to, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. I am extremely tired. My coffee's gone. Yeah, whatever.
Affecting us.
All right, here we go. Game apparently is starting right away. Whoop, that's me.
You're doing play-by-play?
Yeah, sure. I'll do some play-by-play. Ossian's Rage versus TEO. And Alex is back. He finished his pee.
Oh, welcome back, Alex.
Welcome back. So Cools. TEO putting some pressure on OR already. Trying to get off the back wall. A little too weak, so Guy Ledouche was able to push that one out. Riley coming up, putting that ball pretty high. Let's see which OR player hits it. And it was Guy Ledouche. That's going to center up. Cools needs to concentrate on that one. Nicely done. But that puts it in a decent spot for Guy, but he hit it too high. School followed up too soon. Cools now going to try to follow this one out. Try to push this one over it. Him and Rev doing a nice job blocking that one. Sentry going to come up. Block that one off. Riley should start now coming up to help out with this one. Sentry going to put this one into the center. Guy Ledouche just coming up. Oh, and it's a triple commit. All 3 players went for that hit. Schooler following this one up. Putting this in the center. Cool's doing a nice job stopping that, but Guy's going to follow one up. Him and Rev looking at an open net. Ooh. 2 players there. No one blocks it. And the first point goes to Ossian's Rage.
Yeah, so something definitely happened here with TEO's rotation. Sentry started going out for that side boost and then realized what was happening and tried to round back. And I don't think whoever was in goal with him, I think it was Riley. I don't think he was aware of that going on. Oh, Cools, yeah.
Cools was on the other side. Riley missed the hit, and I think they banked on Riley hitting the ball.
Yeah.
But you still got to be... One player always has to be prepared for something like that to happen.
Oh, yeah. Got to have a backup plan.
Excuse me. So, this is interesting. The cameras are locking in certain ways. Cools.
Yeah, I noticed that too. Director cam is a little different.
Director cam will show, I believe the glitch is that director cam for like Guy Ledouche, for some reason, it's only showing his perspectives if he gets in and out. It's basically showing if they go in and out of ball cam.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sometimes it jams up. Even if they get out of ball cam or into ball cam, it still jams.
Gotcha.
Why. Interesting thing. And, but right now, Ossian's Rage is still up. 3 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. And then Rev trying to Work with Guy Ledouche here. He just got his boost in time. Ooh, double commit there, Guy. Pushing Cools out of the way. Nicely done there. But Sentry was able to follow that one up. Sentry looking at an open net. He just needs to pass this over to Cools really quickly. He's going to follow this one up in the air instead.
Oh!
He put the ball in! What a shot!
Oh, it's tasty.
Whoa! Oh my god! I don't even want. I'm trying not to use God's name in chat, but wow, gosh,
Man,
whatever.
that was like planned too. Like he was going at that the whole time. He wanted to do that follow up. I don't know if he knew exactly how he was going to hit it, but just having the confidence to follow something like that up is such a strong quality in a Rocket League player. Awesome to see.
Very nice to see. So right now it is tied up. TEO actually looking like they are ready for tonight. Schooler blocking this one. Cools missing that one. Riley doing a nice job cutting off Schooler. Sentry coming up. Don't commit off that, but Sentry still won anyway. Sentry looking to put the shot in. He misses that. Guy Ledouche needs to slow it down. Blocks Hitman Rev on that one. Cools centering this one up. Riley, where you at? Sentry putting that. Riley's there. He whips it. So now Guy Ledouche is looking at an open net. He's even got a teammate to pass to. Get it over Sentry. Sentry blocking that one. 2 minutes, 18 seconds left in this game. Cools trying to get it past Hitman Rev. Hitman Rev doing a nice job blocking that one. Riley and Cools getting in each other's way again. They need to trust each other. TEO is not communicating. They are not trusting Riley. And then when Riley finally has a chance to prove that he can be trusted, he whips the ball. He's got to work a little bit more on his mechanics if he wants his team to trust him. Cools doing a nice job blocking that one. Guy Ledouche is going to rotate back. Goes over Guy. He's going to get up there. Trying to get in Cools' way. Cools. Nice job. Just to touch it a little bit. Riley went up for that one to try to distract with Hitman Rev and Schooler looking at an open net. Sentry up in the front, missing that one. Riley doing a nice job getting rid of Hitman Rev. That gives TEO some time to think, but they're all whiffing each other anyway. Even there was a big whiff. 3 players back. Sentry takes the first hit. Cools up for the second hit. He gets that pass. Sentry going to follow that up. Guy Ledouche blocking that one. Riley coming out, trying to get in the way. Not really able to make any contact with that ball. He's getting a little confused there. Riley needs to rotate away and not block Cools, but Cools was able to hit that anyway. Sentry coming up for this one. Plays it slow, tries to fake Schooler out. Riley putting the shot on too low. 2 players in the defense, so they were to block that one. We are still tied up, and we're coming down to the last minute regulation time. So Sentry was putting another shot in. We'll be counting down the last 60 seconds. We are looking at a possible chance of going to overtime in game 1 of the losers bracket round 1.
Yeah, these teams really need to maybe consider having one person cheating upfield as another person is getting it clear so that they can get past the midfield defense, because this ball is spending a lot of time at the midfield because someone hits the ball forward, but there's no one there to take the pass.
But puts another one in.
When you leave a gap in your goal like that, TEO is going to take advantage of it. Nice pass by Sentry to himself as he follows it up. Cools was there.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of trust is coming out of TEO, but it's just working. Like I said, Ossian's Rage's game style is very slow compared to other games that you would see in Group B. Like, for example, Beard, you're very quick. The second you see it clear, you come up and follow that. But these guys, OR, look at this. There's a hit, and Schooler's still not able to get up there. Doesn't even try to predict the player. And
a little too much hesitation there.
Right, exactly. And I think almost all of OR is pure hesitation. So that could nip him in the butt. And if TEO can just coordinate with each other, get out of each other's way, and really recognize that without putting it open net like that and tying the game up again.
Yeah, I think that's going to be OR's biggest chances to score is just basically when TEO makes mistakes like that. If TEO is on their A game, especially on defense, I don't think OR will be able to come through on this. But as we're seeing, there have been enough gaps in defense for OR to tie it up.
I agree. Last 5 seconds of regulation time, and it looks like we will be going into overtime. Let's say someone can get a shot here. Nope. Excuse me. So we will be going into overtime for the first game of Losers Bracket Round 1. Sentry coming up, blocking Schooler. Or Schooler blocking Sentry, I should say. Guy Ledouche blocking Cools.
Pivotal boom.
At this point, and that's it. Schooler puts it in. Guy Ledouche puts that one in.
Yeah, this boom by Hitman Rev was pivotal because that player could have gotten to the ball to stop it there at midfield. And that was their last man back, too. So TEO's goal was completely open at that point. So good utility play by Hitman Rev, opening up an opportunity for his teammates.
Nicely done by him. So I mean, what are we seeing on the stat board that's really telling us what just happened?
So Gila Douche definitely is playing some really strong defense for OR. And I mean, the only thing I really see different is OR did have an assist for one of their goals, whereas TEO just was banking on those solo goals by Century. I think if Cools and Riley can stop kind of tripping over each other at midfield when they're trying to push the ball forward, I think that would really open up more opportunities for them to make passing plays.
All right. Yeah. Excuse me. I really do think that OR needs to take advantage of TEO not trusting each other. Because the second they recognize that, they're going to win every time.
Yeah.
But if TEO can really step up and realize, like, hey guys, like, let's just trust each other, there's a lot of damage that can come out of TEO, in my opinion.
Yeah, but the way that you play against a team that's tripping up over each other is you just get to the ball super fast, like you challenge immediately. And I just don't know if OR is really that kind of team. Hitman Rev kind of sitting still there on the faceoff and actually gets boomed. Riley last man for TEO, but he gets it over off the backboard of OR's goal. Gila Douche is going to take this one out. And Gila Douche tries to follow it around the corner, but Century going to hit it midfield. Hitman Rev's still idle in the corner. Not sure. He's not having high ping or any latency issues. So it may just be a matter of getting distracted or maybe controller disconnected or something.
Hitman Rev actually never joined, so we are going to
reset
the game. So that was in time. It is fair. Whoop, I didn't mean to press that. What am I doing? So we are going to reset this game and make sure we can get Hitman Rev into this game. So good thing.
Yeah, it's interesting. Really I've never seen that happen before.
Yeah, it's basically that matchmaking thing where like you try to join a game and then all of a sudden they're like, hey, where are you at, man? He's just like,
I've just never seen it happen for a private match before, and the fact that it placed his car in the game.
Right? Yeah, that's something.
Not the real Hitman Rev.
Yeah, right. It was a phantom,
an evil clone.
Yeah, an evil clone for sure. I hate when that happens because then we can't use the best of 5 art thing, like the cool thing where so it doesn't actually do the animation, which I've noticed, but it still flaps out that game 1 of 5, 2 of 5, blah, 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 and you get to see the series and everything, which is pretty neat. I actually like that a lot. But,
yeah, that's a nice feature.
Yeah, I'm very happy they did that because I was like, oh, please, Psionics, do that. And they did. They heard my prayers. So, all right, here we go. We're going to get back into game 2 again after that just happened. But it's fair. They got the point in before anything happened.
Looks like everyone's moving now.
I think everyone's moving now.
Yeah, Cools is going to try to push this one out of TEO's side, but Gila Douche is ready to challenge at midfield. Century pushing this one into the corner. He's going to follow that around. Can't get it past Hitman Rev, though. Hitman Rev's going to try to follow this into the corner. Places it right in the middle for his teammates, but they are both backfield. It's really important to have just one person go back on the full back rotation. The other person needs to rotate at midfield just in case the last person up gets a good pass like that. Schooler's going to push this one all the way over and tries to redirect it into the goal, but hits it just a little wide. And Gila Douche going for it, whiffs, and then followed by a whiff by Schooler, and Hitman Rev is the last man back and manages to stop that ball. And Cools putting this one in front of Ossian's Rage's goal. No one there to back him up, though. You know, both teams are actually playing pretty hesitantly right now.
I would agree with that. One of the things I really want to say is that, like, Riley is not playing passing at all. He's playing very, very individual. While you see Cools is using the backboard there to pass the Century. Where Riley, he did have kind of a shot in that last shot he took, and the ball, like, there was one player rotating back. Ooh, almost putting that one in.
Ooh,
but Riley still could have had an opportunity to just pass that off to a player, and that ball goes in for Gila Douche.
Yeah, and there we saw Riley sitting back, like, waiting for an opportunity to score for himself, but both of his teammates were up there putting pressure on the net, and that means if you can see both your teammates forward and you're also forward, that means your goal is open. If they get it clear, it's going in. So I would definitely agree. Riley needs to have more of a team focus if TEO wants to turn this around.
I definitely can understand if Riley wants to be like, hey guys, I'm here on the team, let me play. But you can play if you can rotate quick enough with the rest of the team.
Yeah.
If you try to break the rotation just to give yourself a chance, you are actually hurting your team more. And in the end of the day, sometimes it just comes down to, you don't need to be the flashiest player in the world. As long as the work is done properly, that's all that matters.
Yeah, absolutely. End of the day, as long as that ball's going in the goal of your opponent.
Oh, there it is. That's what we were just talking about.
Nice.
Cool's doing a nice job recognizing the moment right here. Sees a good pinch off of Schooler, and then gets it right over and putting that ball in, tying the game up 1-1 for TEO. And that was Cool's first goal in the playoffs. Wow.
Excellent. And that's the goal that'll tie them up at 3 minutes left in game number 2 of OR versus TEO. Hitman Rev's gonna hit that off the backboard and follow it up. So many goals in this tournament can be so easily scored just by hitting the ball off the backboard over the defenders. And it's so hard for them to read it off the backboard when it's bouncing over them on the way forward and on the way back.
And
that it just makes for such an easy shot.
And Century even hesitated. He even tried to jump up for anything. Cools was on the rotation back, and that did not put Cools in a good position, allowing Hitman Rev plenty of time to put that ball in.
Yeah, something like that, you have to at least like just pre-jump to try. Like pre-jump and cross your fingers that you end up in the way. We got every member of TEO upfield now, but Hitman Rev doesn't act fast enough to get it past them, and they have time to reset. Cool's waiting in goal, getting it clear off to the corner. Riley's going to try to follow it up, but doesn't get to it fast enough. Sentry pushing it forward, and Gila Douche then putting it off the wall. It's going toward TEO's goal, but they were able to get it out of the way. Schooler with a nice shot opportunity, but Sentry's going to get that one out of the way. And Cool's just trying to do a reset now. Ooh, getting a nice touch. Wow!
Oh!
Cool's passing it, like, I love what he did here. He went off of the ceiling to hit it downward. Beautifully done. And it threw off OR so much that they ended up putting the ball in for him.
He got a ceiling shot in playoffs.
I love that.
Oh, that's amazing. Cools can't even believe he just did it himself.
Yeah. Now Cools needs to score a goal that puts TEO in the lead rather than just bringing them up to being tied.
Please do it again for me.
Yeah, man. More ceiling shots, please.
I blinked. Oh, speaking of ceiling shots, I don't even know where Schooler came from there.
Yeah, and Hitman Rev's going to contest this one at midfield, and Riley's popping it back up over them. And looks like Sentry's going to try to follow it up. Hitman Rev's not able to make contact, but Gila Douche challenges. Cool's going for that one. Sentry's still up, going to try to get the touch off the wall, but not quite able to read it. Riley coming up forward, but whiffing again. And Hitman Rev gets a pop-up in front of their goal, but then quickly clears it away. And Hitman Rev trying to follow up, but Sentry hits it over him. Schooler with a nice shot toward the goal. Cools is able to get in the way, though. Again, we need to see more like of these passes off the backboard to draw out goalies, or just catch them off guard like that.
Speaking of drawing out, Cools was able to follow this one up, tried to do something with it, gets blocked, and Riley was right up his butt. Instead of staying back a little bit, or even trying to center up, it went straight into the center, into the net.
Yeah, and Sentry was trying to get boost, and just also put him out of position, but that's just a lack of communication. You can't have all three people going up for it like that when the ball's so close to your goal already. And Sentry trying to get a backboard hit, almost gets it, but OR touches it just enough to keep it away, and Riley coming forward to put that one in the goal. You know, he's wearing that muffin on top of his car. He's trying to channel his squishy muffin. I guess it's a cupcake, but close enough.
Whatever. You know, as long as it's squishy, that's all that matters. And he puts another point in, tying the game up 3-3, and we have less than a minute left in game 2.
Despite the score constantly changing, I feel like the majority of this match has been tied up, because as soon as TEO scores a goal, OR is ready there to put another one in to match it. And Hitman Rev's going to try to boom this one forward. Gets the touch. He's going to follow it into the corner. There's only one defender for TEO. And because Giladouche was not able to get another touch. They were able to clear it away. Hitman Rev getting back, misses the boost. Gonna try to challenge this. Ends up putting it in front of his goal, but Schooler's ready there to block Cools. Giladouche bouncing this one off to the side wall. 7 seconds left for some team to make a play. Cools hits it off the back wall. And OR is there to play defense. And if this ball hits the ground, that'll be overtime for game number 2.
2 overtimes in a row.
Yeah. Giladouche is going to chase that up the wall, but Sentry's there to dunk him. Cools has a shot opportunity, but hits it a little high. And Riley's bouncing it back in front of OR's goal. No other members of TEO ready for it. And Riley getting a good stop there. Stops the momentum of OR so that they can have some time to reset, grab some boost, play better defense. Although someone should have hit that away. Somehow OR did not capitalize on that nearly empty goal. And Hitman Rev putting this one in the corner. Cool's challenging and takes it around the corner the other way. Cool's getting the pinch off of Giladouche, and Sentry's up for this one. Hits it down. It is wide though. And TEO needs to retreat and reset. Although all 3 of them were retreating and resetting, which means if they were going to go for a save, it would have definitely been an over-the-shoulder save. Not in a good position for that. TEO making another push toward OR, but they're going to put that back in midfield. Cool's going for it. And that's, again, going back toward midfield, toward TEO's goal. Sentry gets a nice bicycle kick save. And Riley popping that one up, again on top of Sentry. Hitman Rev bouncing that one down. Cools goes for it. Hits it high mid, giving OR enough time to challenge it. But Schooler gets a bad hit and actually puts it up in front of their goal. And TEO just isn't able to really be on their best rotations right now. As soon as the shot opportunity opens up, it seems like Sentry is like turning around to go the other way to get back on defense.
I don't blame Sentry too much to go back, because if you notice, every time Ossian's Rage moves up, it's Sentry who makes the over-the-shoulder saves. So yeah, Riley and Cools really need to step up to help out Sentry. One of them needs to stay back. They're all pushing up together, or they're all falling back together. They got to work together and figure out the rotation.
Ooh!
Oh, it's right there. Oh!
Almost getting punished for a nearly open net. And now TEO has an opportunity, but Giladouche is able to get back and reset for OR. And OR is going to try to get this out of their end. Hitman Rev pushing this one out to the side. Cools and Riley, again, on top of each other. One of them's able to hit it back. Cools almost own goaling there, hitting it back toward their goal. Giladouche popping this one off the side into the middle. Sentry ready to block that. We're now 2 minutes and 45 seconds into overtime of game 2. One of these teams just needs to make a goal.
The longer it takes, the stressful it gets, especially because this is only game 2. They still have to play. No matter what, they still have one more game after this to play.
And it's so tempting in an overtime when it's going so long to like pull the goalie and try to be extra aggressive just to like try to change something up and put a ball in, but a lot of times that actually exposes a team's weaknesses when they try to do that. Riley getting a bounce shot over the Hitman Rev. And there's the Riley that TEO has been needing to depend on lately. Riley making a turn instead of going all the way back. Making this like quarter field rotation out of the corner. Putting himself in a good position to finish that one off.
That's pretty insane. From game 1 OT of 11 seconds to game 2, 3 minutes and 17 seconds.
Yeah.
Wow. Not bad at all to them. All right, so we are all tied up now in the game, 1-1 in the series. And a lot of numbers have changed on that board, which is really nice to see.
Yeah, look at all these shots, man. Ossian's Rage with 12 shots. TEO with 8 shots, and then a lot of saves on TEO as well. Less saves on Ossian's Rage, which could kind of explain their weakness of like not being able to rotate back for defense quite well enough. If they don't get it clear immediately, it seems like they aren't really able to keep a man back in goal quite well enough. So as long as TEO can keep that pressure up on OR's side of the field, I think they can keep this going and keep this momentum going and keep making wins in this series.
Yeah, no, I agree. And I'm happy to see this because of the fact that because they won this one, that means even if TEO loses tonight, they at least get 1 point on the board, at least one win on the board for them, which is nice. At least it's not a full-on, you got swept twice in a row, and you're knocked out of the tournament. I think that almost happened to DD last season. I don't remember. I don't remember off the top of my head, you know. So here we are. We are now in game 3. Ossian's Rage and TEO all tied up in the series 1-1. So we're going to be at least seeing 4 games tonight, which is cool. I don't mind it, but it sucks we're still very behind schedule. We should technically, if the schedule went right, we should have been done by now, and hopefully by tomorrow
that's how things
happen.
go.
Yeah, I mean, we may have to make adjustments tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But all right, so we're already 40 seconds into this game, and nothing's really happened. We've been seeing the ball kind of going back and forth, ping-ponging between both teams. Little close there. Sentry and Riley were both up there, but Sentry winning that one, and there was nobody back at that point. Riley tried to go up against Schooler, missing that one. Sentry doing a nice job putting that one off, but Cools...
another double commit.
And another double commit. And if Cools didn't double commit that, if they were able to communicate that one, there could have been a chance for a better shot or a goal. Sentry coming up.
Follow up.
They're going to put this one in! And it goes in! Sentry doing a nice job, putting the first point on the board for TEO.
Yeah, we almost had that MVP goalie named the goalpost block that shot, but it was on Sentry's side that time, and he managed to get that one in.
So 3 minutes, 48 seconds here in game 3. TEO in the lead by 1 point now. They need to hold on to this lead so that they can get into match point. Be a little bit more secured. Riley kind of just driving around right now, not really sure what he was trying to do there. Wolves backing off behind Riley, and just to remind people, Riley is a very low-ranked player. I believe he's like a silver 3, almost not even gold 1 maybe. So to see him sticking along with a bunch of plats and diamonds on the other team, and a diamond and an almost diamond player, which is Cools, he's doing pretty well.
Yeah, man, he's hanging with the boys.
He's hanging with the boys. He just needs to communicate and listen to the boys, because I'm pretty sure they'll be helping and guiding him out.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's actually what helped Squall kind of play with us and work with us pretty well, is the fact that we kind of communicate when we're going for the ball, so there's not a whole lot of double commits.
And he knew what
man, Rev with a nice save here.
Good save there indeed, and it's 2 minutes 40 seconds left in this game. Sentry and Schooler,
the double demo.
The original DD. Giladouche taking out Cools. We're finally seeing the demos coming out. People are loading up their cannons and taking each other out. I'm surprised we haven't. Oh, Sentry! Just embarrassing players for the Sentry. Nicely done there.
Yeah, he recognized that Giladouche was coming out too far, and he decided to just cut this one real hard across the goal. Beautiful shot by Sentry.
So with that, we are now 2-0 TEO in the lead. This is a whole different TEO than we've been seeing this entire playoffs right now.
Ooh, Sentry with another good shot. Man, Rev able to get back just in time.
Wolves now trying to put this off the backboard. It's going to go straight down. Schooler missing that one. 2 players in an OR was there. Riley put that high up. No one from TEO really moving up there. Like, I would have been in their face at that point. I would have already tried to put that on the backboard again.
I think 2 of them were already going back for boost at that point. They didn't know that Riley was going to get that pop-up.
Sentry was putting that shot. Someone needs to read that. Cools.
Nice follow by Cools.
Nice adjustment. And puts that ball in again. This is a whole... This is exactly what you were talking about, Beard. When TEO is on their A game, it's going to be terror for Ossian's Rage. You called it 100% right. So, nicely done there.
Yeah, they're keeping up that pressure. I mean, even when there wasn't anyone to follow up Riley's hit when he popped it up, Riley still did the right thing by keeping that pressure on OR and not letting them get possession of the ball.
very close there. Cool's almost looking to put that shot in school to get him out. But actually, let's Cools get back where he needs to be, and that ball could be going in. Oh, Sentry trying to be a little show-off. He's going to be like, I could do ceiling shots too, you know.
When you're up 3-0, you know, there's some, you can kind of take some liberties.
Oh, I play no mercy rules. I play no mercy. That's what happened to TEO. I do apologize about it, but I keep my team thinking the score is 0-0 the entire time. That way you never slack off and get caught off guard. That's just that's my style.
Absolutely. Give it your all to the end.
Exactly. It ain't over till it over. Yogi Bear himself.
Oh, no.
Oh, Riley needs to get rid of this. He has no
The
booster
worst
to get up there and score.
kind of triple commit.
Oh, man. What was it, a triple commit
Despite
on
some
OR?
confusion here,
And then
yeah.
a triple commit from TEO.
The worst kind of triple commit is when the wrong person ends up hitting the ball, and it ends up kind of throwing off the other two.
Oh, man. But TEO is still on the lead by 2 points. 3-1 on the scoreboard. 46 seconds left on the clock in game 3. So... Oh! Another point on for TEO! What just... I didn't even know what just happened.
Cools just forced that thing in.
Wow, another triple commit. Hitman Red was the only one there to get a touch on
Yep.
it. Hit off the back of his car, and Cools was able to recognize and put that ball in. So now they're up by 3 points with 40 seconds left in the game. They're kind of relaxing right now. We can see there is a possibility OR can put 3 points on the board, but the way they're playing right now, that is no way possible it's gonna happen. Riley whiffing again, throwing Sentry and Cools off. They pinched it together, but it got the ball out of the way. Nicely done. Coming down to 15 seconds. We were just waiting to the end here. See if TEO could maybe put one more point in to give him the momentum to move on to the next game. Or can OR put another point in to give them momentum? Never mind. Cools putting another one in with 4 seconds left. That was nice. That was very nice.
Yep, there's the no mercy rules that you were talking about.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
5 seconds left and we're up by 3 already. Now let's put another one in.
TEO learned the right way. Play like Mr. Cats, guys. You won't win every time. And we're coming out to the last one. I still love that it's Ichi San Chi. I can count to 4 in Japanese. And there we go. TEO winning that one. No OT this time. Good job to you guys.
Yeah.
We're up 5-1. What a game there.
Another 10 shots by TEO. Half of those going in.
Oh my God, you're right. 10 shots. I didn't even notice that.
Yep, 2 of those were assisted. I mean, like we said at the end of last game, like TEO's pressure is their strongest attribute as a team. Like, as long as they can keep that pressure up and keep the ball close to Ossian's Rage's goal, they just have to wait for Ossian's Rage to make some slight mistakes, and they will be able to capitalize on it. Even when they do, like, even when TEO triple committed that one time, they were still able to recover and put the ball in time just because there was so much pressure.
Yeah, no, you're right. 100% agree with you on that one. And, you know, it's good to see TEO playing like this now. It's good to see them putting pressure on and really showing what they can do. Just because, you know, TEO, they're like the only... They had how many roster changes during the season? Yeah. And for them to finally click right at the end, you know, this is it. This is their elimination round. They cannot lose this game. And they are clicking right at the end. And that's really good. That shows how powerful this team really can be. And that's what we want to see. So we're going to be moving on to game 4. TEO on match point. Ossian's Rage needs to win 2 more if they want to proceed. Otherwise, TEO just needs to win this game. And they will move on to bracket or lose bracket round 2.
And early on, TEO's already putting a lot of pressure on Ossian Rage's goal. Riley was a little bit far up to read that backboard shot that Cools put up. But they were still just there to put on pressure. But now that OR has cleared it from their end, Giladouche is going to put this, try to get it in front of TEO's goal. But TEO now is even playing good defense as well. They're all getting back in time. Hitman Rev's going to get a big clear here. Riley's the last one back. Riley's got to do something. And I think it might have been a mistake flip. He might have been trying to double jump there.
And then he got a little nervous. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those over-the-shoulder saves a little bit, and if you don't practice those a lot, I mean, those are tough to do. Before I started actually practicing those saves, I would always miss. And Sentry trying to follow this up, the crossbar not being kind to TEO this game. And Guy Ledouche gonna follow this one up. Push it into mid, get it past both defenders from TEO and put it all the way into TEO's goal.
You see Guy Ledouche right here dribbling this ball. Sentry trying to get back in time. Puts the ball in and gets demoed, but either way, still enough pressure. Ossian's Rage does not want to leave yet.
Yeah, so many of Ossian Rage's goals are like, it's when Sentry kind of expects his teammates to challenge and like stop the ball for him while he's going to get boost. And then Ossian's Rage kind of recognizes that and sneaks it past the other two. And they get it in the goal while Sentry's getting boost. Sentry gonna follow this one from the corner, but Hitman Rev's there to challenge. Cools goes up for this, not able to make it though. Schooler drops it down. Riley whiffs at midfield, leaving the goal open for Guy Ledouche again. Riley's gonna have to work on like getting these saves under pressure when he's the last man back. It is super stressful, and it's easy to like rush those flips to try to get to the ball. And it just kind of comes with experience to really be patient and plan out when you're going to jump to return the ball to the other side. Sentry going up for this one, gets a little bit of a touch. Cools is ready for it. Hits it down straight into Guy Ledouche. Riley hitting that one off the side wall. Cooler's waiting in mid. He's going to push that forward. Again, past TEO, but Cools is able to get it away from their goal. Sentry with a big clear toward OR's goal. If they can keep up with the pressure here.
Nice.
Yep. Again, hit it off the backboard. Wait for the defender to kind of get messed up and pull out or go for boost.
And
then hit it into the goal.
Pull shot from Cools hitting Sentry in the back. Gave a lot of damage.
Nice.
Put a lot of bang behind that ball and allowed Sentry to not even have to use as much boost to control himself in the air to put that ball in. So that gave them their first point for this game.
Excellent. Riley trying to push this one up off their backboard, but Schooler gets in the way. Sentry keeps the pressure up. Hitman Rev is rotated and he's ready to hit it. Sentry keeps it on OR's side. Guy Ledouche going to get a big clear to the middle. Riley's waiting for it. Doesn't get a strong hit, but keeps it contested at midfield. And now Cools is going to take this out of TEO's corner. Hit it midfield. If he had a teammate up there with him, they could have grabbed that as he was hitting it down and kept the momentum going forward. But instead, it's going to go back to TEO's side. Sentry trying to be patient, wait for an opportunity, and there it is. Threaded the needle between OR's players. And Sentry hits it up too high above OR's goal. Not able to open up an opportunity for his teammates. Hitman Rev actually hits that one down. Sentry could have had a goal there, but didn't quite jump at the right angle. Cools trying to get turned around here as Guy Ledouche pushes this toward TEO's goal, and Cools actually hitting it off their backboard, setting Schooler up for the goal.
Cools needs to learn how to half flip. That probably could have helped him turn around a little bit faster, but because of that, he was a little caught off guard when he landed, turning the car around.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he hit the ball in a wrong touch, passing it into the center, and Schooler just took a good advantage and put that ball in.
Yeah, you're exactly right. If Cools had done a legit half flip, like, he would have had way more time to get in a better position to contest that ball. And Riley contesting this at midfield, continuing to hit it into OR's corner. Hitman Rev's waiting for it. Sentry returns it toward OR's goal, but Schooler is there to play defense. Ossian's Rage is not giving this series up.
TEO has to rotate. They have to rotate. There's too many times when they see the ball kind of coming towards them and they go, oh, I can catch this. I can hit it. But their teammate is also coming right behind them. They're going to hit it. Riley just got in the way of Cools. And it actually annoyed me a little bit. And that's why I started clapping in the background here. I was like, please rotate. Like, I'm praying over here that you will hear my words. Riley, if you can hear me, please rotate for your team.
And Cools and Riley trying to get this one out of their corner. Guy Ledouche runs into Cools to keep him there at midfield. And Hitman Rev is going to try to push this toward TEO's goal, but Cools gets it away. With just a minute left in game number 4?
Yes.
It's looking like it's going to be going toward OR unless TEO can put 3 goals in But the way OR is playing this match, it seems like they're kind of recognizing TEO's weaknesses a little better and kind of countering TEO's aggression.
Something I've actually been noticing between the two of these players, I don't think it's much of finding out who is the weakness and who's doing this and that. What I've actually noticed is that there's the same trend between both teams. When TEO won 5-1, they had full control of the game. They trusted each other and they were in full control. Right now, Ossian's Rage is now 4-1, and they have full control of it. I've noticed when one of the teams has control, they're in rotation and they work, the other team scrambles right away, and they struggle to fix that.
Ooh! Oh, that was dirty, Hitman Rev. Oh, man. You better save that replay. That was nice. Look at this. Carries it from the wall, gets a nice little touch around the defender, and just to put the dagger in, kills the defender on his way to the shot. But yeah, I totally agree with what you're saying. When your team is rotating, it's so much less stressful. Like, when you're not rotating, like, the ball gets hit toward your goal and you're like, oh, I hope I have a teammate back. Otherwise, I'm going to have to scramble to get in the way of this ball so it doesn't go on my goal. But when you are rotating, like, it goes past you and you're like, oh, I have a friend that will keep this from going in my goal. I can focus on doing what I was doing. I can go for boost. I can go for a demo. I can get ready for a pass. It opens up so many more options when you're in control, like you said, and that just makes it so much more comfortable to play, and makes the mental game a lot easier too.
So we're now actually going to be going to Game 5. This is the second Game 5 of the night. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
So
I know you take a lot of pride in like matching these teams up, just like based on their ranks and their play styles and stuff, and trying to make them as even as possible. And when we see them go into these Game 5s, I mean, that really shines. And
yeah, it proves
cool
that
to see.
I do know something about each player in ranks.
Yeah.
Not easy, honestly, not easy at all to do, to be able to pull this off. So I'm happy that, whoop, I messed that up. I'm happy to see that this is pulling off right. We are gonna moving into a Game 5 right now. Oh man, I don't know what to expect now.
I know, they flip-flopped so much.
Every time we think one team is taken off, the next team doesn't. And it's like, well, do you want to win or not? So with that, we're going to move into Game 5. Here we go. Next winner, or next player, or next team to win, move on to Bracket 2. The team to lose will be the first official team to be eliminated in the playoffs. So there's a lot at stake right now. OR is looking pretty well on offense right now. Bunch of whiffs going on TEO's side. The ball's going right to the net. Giladouche rotating back and able to get that out of there. Once again, Riley opted for the shot when he had Sentry there to give a pass to. Riley whiffing that one. That's pretty dangerous. Cools needs to now rotate quickly. Ball's going straight down. Sentry doing a nice job recognizing that, probably using the circle on the ground to see where it's going to be landing. Sentry. Oh, there we go. Good play. Fakes out Giladouche, giving Cools the first point for TEO.
Yeah, Giladouche doing a little bit of a pole dance off of his goalpost here.
I didn't see
Not
that
able
either.
to get in position to make the save, yeah.
Oh man,
And
those are the worst.
I just want to say, Riley, if you like listen to this broadcast later, like listen to the VOD, don't take this as us like harping on you. Like, we understand you're still like a player growing, and we want to see you get better. We're just trying to kind of give advice on how you can change your gameplay to make it easier on you and your teammates. So.
Correct. That's what we try to aim to do, especially players that are like in the higher ranking worlds. Whoa, taking a Cools there.
Yeah.
When you have someone like Beard, myself, Nate, Austin, when we're casting, we also try to give tips to you guys. We're not trying to beam on you guys. When we go public, we'll beam on everyone. I don't care. I don't know who they are. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, please never take us as trying to insult or demeanor you. We're only just trying to help. Look out for you guys. With that, Cools getting a beautiful pinch. And
wow!
Cools jump. This is it. I told you. Every time one of the teams gets control, the other team scrambles. Watch as OR all over the place.
Call him Cookser.
Woo!
That was a pinch goal.
He doesn't even know how he got that. He put it in the chat. It's a beautiful, beautiful play. Sentry now looking to control this one.
Never question how your goals go in. Just be happy.
So calculated. It's all calculated. Hit him with the no problem.
TEO with an open goal here. Schooler misses his opportunity.
I don't know what Riley was doing there. Riley was kind of just watching Schooler almost get that in. I would have been busting my butt getting back there to block that one. But he got a lucky break there. Riley pushing this one off. In front of the net. Sentry just getting this out of the way. Wolves now going to try to follow this one up. Riley clearing this one. He's going to follow this one up. Schooler getting ready to catch this. Just whipping that. Riley's going to push this one over. Hitman Rev accidentally putting that in front of the net. Sentry didn't take advantage of it. I think he thought he was going to hit that ball instead of just trying to challenge him and trust Cools in the back in case he missed. And Cools there. There he is in the back, right where I thought he would. Cools needs to center this one up. If he can't get a shot, he can't. Pass it back to Sentry. He does. Sentry pushing this down towards the back wall. Schooler pushing this one over. Riley opting to back off. Hesitating very badly there.
Yeah.
So you can't do something like that. Got to be careful with that. So we're pushing that one up. And my notification came up on screen. I don't know why it's not going away either. So hopefully that will go away. I do apologize about that, folks. It went away. There we go.
Nice.
And man, a little confused up there. Schooler getting over Cools and Riley. Riley once again coming way too close to Cools. Something about Cools' pink car to make Riley really attracted to him. Sentry pushing this ball off to the side. He's going to try to get this up in the air. Looks like he's going to go for an air dribble. Somebody needs to get up and challenge him now. Hitman Rev was the man who did it. Cools now pushing this one. It's centering up for Schooler. Schooler looking to put on his sniping scope. Almost getting that in. Douche off the back wall too. It's coming straight down, and Cools able to get that one out of there. Minute 30 seconds left in the game. TEO up 2-0. It is looking really good for TEO to possibly move on. The team that got eliminated from the season didn't make it into the playoffs, got a second chance, and they're really taking advantage of this now. You got to be careful. The net is wide open. Schooler could not read that off the corner. I
don't think I could have read that off the corner either. That was a weird corner bounce.
It is a really weird corner bounce. Whoa, Sentry whipping that one. The man Rev with no boost, trying to challenge Riley. Riley winning that. Cools going a little too high, and he doesn't have boost to help him get back down. Riley needs to get back out of the net. He needs to wake up, and he does.
Ooh.
Nicely done from Riley, recovering off the goalpost. Now Cools is there. He's got no boost. These guys are boost starving themselves. This boost's been around everywhere, and they have not been able to get time to get that boost. Looking to center this up. No one is there. Riley's going up against Hitman Rev. Hit. Gets a good job hitting that one. Cools getting it clear on that one quickly into the corner. Schooler looking to center this one up. Can he get a shot there? Oh, almost do. 30 seconds left in regulation time. This is the do or die moment. TEO needs to hang on. Giladouche puts the point in. There's 22 seconds left. This is very possible for Ossian's Rage to tie this game up in game 5.
So you're saying there's a chance?
There is a beautiful chance. And I've seen Ossian's Rage pull this off before. They can do this. They just need to put at least one more point in to get into OT. We have seen 2 OTs out of these guys already. And 2 of the 4 games. This 5th game is a possibility. Sentry and Cools working together to push that one out. This is it. Last 10 seconds. Can OR get a big boom? Get it over to the other side. Put the ball in. No, it's been denied. They need to get this one up. It's too high. It's going the wrong way. It's still up in the air. Can Sentry put this one in? Seal the deal. No. It's off the wall again. Hitman Rev putting this up.
Oh my God.
He needs to clear this one. He needs to keep this one up. No one is there. Sentry hitting the ball.
Oh, wow.
The ball is up in the air. This is it. Sentry, the Schools put it in the shot. Doesn't go in.
Man.
That's it. TEO eliminates. Whew. And they eliminate Ossian's Rage. You're really excited there.
Yeah, man. That was awesome.
I thought that was it. I thought it was going to happen.
I thought Sentry was going to let it drop, but then when he pinched it back up, just for Cools to take another shot. And it was going in, too. That was ballsy of them.
Ballsy. Yeah, funny. Sorry, I had to take advantage of that one. So that's it. TEO officially moves on. Ossian's Rage is officially eliminated in the playoffs. Congratulations to you guys. You guys played well. You had good effort. I'm sorry that you guys were not able to continue on But that is it. Ossian's Rage really did put up a lot of work on both teams, though. Honestly, you can't get mad. You know, Ossian's Rage, you guys won about 3 games in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
not bad, guys. Not bad. And their first game, they were able to bring it to game 4, whereas this one, they were able to bring it to game 5. So that means you guys are doing pretty well. It was just a rough match for you guys, indeed. So we got one more game coming up. I don't see why we need a break. I'm feeling okay.